So this is probably a hot take, but I really think that Borgo is the best 1v1 map in the entire game. There's so many tiles that are just unique only to Borgo. And when I say Borgo, I'm talking about the Shattered Square specifically. It came first, so I call this one Borgo, and the other one is Ruins. But this one specifically has so many good 1v1 tiles. And when I think about 1v1 tiles, I'm talking about the teeniest little mistake in movements can be the difference between making a pallet to greed or throw or not making it at all. And what I mean by teeniest little movements is one of the most important things with looping tight is looping towards the tile this way, right? Because if the killer catches you off guard and you do one of these, you always lose a little bit of distance. This is a big goofy turnaround is what I always end up calling that. And a lot of times when you're changing directions, you need to run towards the tile and keeping your feet moving, because you go from 0 to full speed faster if you're already moving. So you want to keep your feet moving and you want to avoid doing that. So it helps going towards the tile anyway, because if they push you around like that, that can be the difference between you making it to the pallet or not. And that is one of the big things with most of the tiles on this map in general. And specifically this one right here, the marketplace, I think is one of the best 1v1 tiles in the entire game. Now the cool thing about it is it's a 50% chance whether you get this one or you get the gallows. And why is that cool? It's cool because gallows is also one of the best 1v1 tiles in the entire game. Now this one, you can either get this pallet or you can get this pallet over here. That would spawn right here instead. We'll do that one in a second. But those are the two possible pallet spawns. Most of the time, you'll get both of them. And then sometimes you'll get one or the other. You can rarely, very rarely have it happen where you don't get either pallet. You don't get this one over here, or you don't get that one over there. Now, I think that's a glitch because I don't think this would be made to be an unloopable tile because there's no window or anything on this tile as well. Now, that happens on gallows every now and then and too. Like, I've seen it happen once, but that one has a window by itself. So that could be the RNG on that one, whereas I've seen double pallets there too, to be fair, where you have both. And I don't think it should have double pallets there because then you have two pallets and a window. But this one I do think is a glitch when you don't get either pallet because it would be unloopable with no pallet here. And like I said, most of the time you'll have both. Now, this pallet over here is the first one I'm going to go over. This is one of the only pallets in the game where pre-throwing I think is actually a good idea. And I'll go over that in a second. Before we go over that, I want to talk about one little toe stub right here, because this side right here kind of explains itself, very simple, but there's one little toe stub right here that finding out the hard way when you're trying to loop and you're like, what did I get stuck on? This little thing right here. Oh, stubbed my toe again. The cool thing about that toe stub is once you know about it and how it even sticks out, as you can see, further than it even like appears on the screen. Look how much further that's like sticking out than it even really looks like it is on the screen, especially when you're like running and you're over on this part. So knowing that, you can actually get extra loops out of just looping this part here because the killer will be stubbing their toe on it as well. Oh, shit. This is very bad.
Sadako, not you. Sadako, wait a minute, I love a Sadako. I mean, it's okay.
Stub your toe. Yes! Stub your toe again. Yes! Stub your toe one last time for me. Yes! Fuck! You need to do it again. No! But other than that, this would just be one little tile by itself, except if you pre-drop it. If you pre-drop it from coming up that direction, and this is how it works. Say we were chasing this way, and then we drop it here. Whichever way they push us around, once we had committed to it, if they're on the other side of that, then we can push around, and that's long enough of a distance to make it back up to here. And then you would stand here at your checkpoint and force them to go up the stairs and walk down towards you this way, in which you would run and immediately be able to jump across the pallet and profit off of the distance. Because no matter which way they pushed you, as we just run around that way, it would be fine. And if they pushed us around this way, it's even better, because we can just walk right up here, turn this corner, them chasing us, wait for them to come up, and then we can just run and jump down it again. Let's say they did it again. This is what this loop would be. And they pushed us around that way, and then coming up here, coming down here, this right here is the checkpoint as far as possible. Once you see them get to even about here up the stairs, that's when you jump down here, you jump down, and then you make it again. Now the cool thing about this is your pathing is very important here, because if they gain a little bit of distance at all, because the length of the tile is big enough to cut towards the marketplace and then run down it again, but if they get any distance where we're not the complete distance away, then it's not going to work unless they push us around that way. So all you have to do is win one mind game where you do a crouch juke or something and you run away, but the second you can reset it one time, it's enough distance to be able to come back up here, wait for them to go that way, and then come down and jump this one. Just like this, right? Yeah, see? And you gotta wait here for the killer to get up. Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. Hey! That's like the first time I've seen this thing be useful for the killer, I will say. Oh, good shit. I'm gonna go this way. Damn it. So we did this here, right? Gotta win 150-50. Alright, then run back up here. Oh, that was so close. The problem is, if you don't pre-drop this pallet, trying to win enough of a mind game for the killer to go around is really rough, especially because if you're running down from this direction in general, but if you were coming down this way and you greet it, most of the time when the killer's coming from that way, they're going to go around this side. And if they go around this side, you're pushed to the longer side, and then the killer can just cut through the middle, and you lost the distance of the full tile. If you're going the other way and you greet it, and for some reason the killer does go around that way, then that might be enough distance, but once again, they could just cut through the middle and come right over to here, and we wouldn't be able to make it back up. And I'm not saying that won't happen. That's definitely happened with this before against like a Huntress or a Nemesis where they miss a whip or a hatchet or something, and then you can make it away from it after looping. Yes! Can I make it to this one? Yes! They didn't respect it all. But most of the time, you're not going to make it away from that without dropping the pallet, especially not making it to the way you would loop it once it was already dropped. So this one, looking extremely unsafe, I actually think is one of the only pallets in the game where pre-dropping is a good idea. And then just looping whichever way they push you, you will them back around that way, and then you jump it again one last time. Also, you can't hug that because if you run too close to that, you do stagger, just like that. I don't know why, but you do. Oh, shit. Well, this is probably going to be rough. Alright. I'll show you guys what I mean. I can throw this. Yay! So you have to try to cut back at some point. Is he trying to block it? Alright. Is he just going to cut back and forth? Can I cut back to this? This is what I always wanted. Yay! You can do it with greed, I suppose. That's the first time I've ever gotten it to work with greed, though. Good shit. Yes! This is such an interesting fucking tile. Let me cut back to this one. We cut back up. Go back the other way. Oh, good shit! So that's pretty much it for this pallet. Now we got to talk about what I think of as probably the best 1v1 pallet in the entire game, which is this pallet right here. I always think the tiles are very interesting when there's a half step down where you don't stagger on it, as we just did not stagger at all, because it makes it more interesting, especially if the killer's over on that side, because it's definitely a possible play here. Or if you've already been running up and down this thing towards the pallet and playing it over and over, and then you're running up this way and the killer's on that side, if they're literally right here, then you can fake like you're going to run off, and then the killer can jump down. And then has to do the big walk of shame back up here to get to you. I think so, yeah, I can. The long way. Yes! But that is just specifically what makes these very interesting, the half step downs with no stagger. But this one in particular, this right here, this pallet, since you don't jump down, and the way the momentum system works, especially because most of the time you even do have this totem here. It's not all the time, but I swear the last 10 times I've played this map, this totem has been right here, which does help the survivors, because the killer would have to run around this and then reposition to be able to not have their momentum get shot out to the side. And because of that, you get extra times where the killer will whiff, where 150% you should have gotten hit here. But this one right here is like the best pallet for this because of that. With the killers, if the killers don't path completely right, their momentum's going to shoot a little bit to the side here, and that can be the difference between getting the hit or not, which is why you want to greed this pallet as well, because even if you are running down that way and you go to throw the pallet, say we're running down this way and jump it, if you throw this pallet, the killer can just jump off of this thing, and we're kind of screwed. And we're just going to be stuck going like that, and we're going to get hit anyway, because that is not far for the killer to travel to be able to hit us. Now, what makes this pallet very interesting is not just this loop right here. Now, this loop right here is really nice, too. Jumping this, and then you get caught in this back between, and you can do this over and over if you want. But the two things that make this a great 1v1 tile is this wall and this wall right here. So this wall right here is just perfect because you can see exactly where the killer is. If they walk all the way up and they're on the down, and they walk from down low all the way up here, and they're going to walk up these stairs, then you can jump this. If you're far enough ahead, you can just jump right down this way. And the cool thing about this is the pathing on the jump downs is very particular, because if you're pathing it right, you can get like right down the side around the corner. Now, I pathed too tight that time, but just look at the difference in variations in vaulting. You can go all the way around that way to the side, or you can path it perfectly and run right down the side. Like that. That is pathing it perfectly. And this is one of the reasons I think this is such a good 1v1 tile, is because that one wasn't quite as perfect, but it was still pretty good. But that's one of the things that you can work on pathing-wise over and over, on top of looping as tight as possible. And because of that, because the killer might have a hard time doing that, especially with their momentum going around to the side, you might get extra loops where you might have had to go to the pallet, but you just try it anyway just to see, and the killer goes around to the side again, and you get an extra loop out that way. And this works both directions, coming back to this one as well, and then you jump to this one. But the same thing. If I'm up here, same thing, and the killer pushes me down this way, and I jump, and the killer jumps down, not only would you be able to make it up around here and go back to that, but a lot of times when you make it up around here, you can go back around this way because of the tight pathing I was talking about, where you run over here, and that was loose pathing. But if I was running over here and I did it like this, look how much tighter that was, and the killer might lose a bunch more distance if they end up letting themselves get flung off to the side, like what happens when the killer's in the air. And because of that, you will get extra loops when you're cutting this. So if you're coming this way and then the killer jumps off, or he doesn't jump off, say he didn't jump off, and we go around this way, and he's pushing around that way, right? And let's say he changes the directions the next time, and then he's going around that way. Same thing. You can just run around this, do the quite really tight turn, they're pushing around, or even if they didn't, say when you came down this way and you do the really tight turn and you get to about here and you watch them double back that way, you have enough distance to run back up here, turn right back around, and come this way. And jump right back down as tight as possible into that. Now, it's a really fun scenario to get caught in between here, going side to side. Like, it really is. You can kind of stand here watching the killer go side to side, and it is really fun and really funny to interact with. But the best play that you really want to do, and this is the biggest thing I think plays into being a great 1v1 tile, is this thing right here. Because if you're going to run down, say the killer was going to push you down this way from this direction, and they push you down this way, say it's a projectile killer or like a Wesker or something, you're not going to be able to dodge that in here by the time you get to this over here, and it's too far down here to be able to turn this way and dodge it. So what you need to do if they're pushing you this way is come down here and then run around to this part, because they can't, Slinger can probably shoot you through that, and Huntress might be able to hit you, but it's a rough shot because of the hitboxes. Doesn't mean you can't get out skilled, but say a Wesker or a Huntress or something like that, they're going to have to push you around this way, and no matter which way they push you around, looping tight, you can make it to the pallet. They might double back, and this by itself turns into a whole 1v1. And this is something I found out by learning the hard way. This is one of the good examples I have to be like, you can tell somebody to do something and it immediately help them, but if you learn by trial and error, you have to do stuff like this. Can I make it around again? This would be hilarious. Oh god. I should have gone around. I thought about it too. I thought about going around that thing right there. Can we make it around again? Yeah, the tight path thing. I don't know if we make it this time, though. Can you greet it? No, good shit. I should have gone around the other way. And then 2 seconds later, the very next chase, you learn from that mistake, and you push out this way, and suddenly it looks like this. Now, let's try it again this way. Yes! I think so. I think I'm going to play that here. See if we loop around this. Yes! But in reality, this right here, even not even talking about Huntress or Wesker or anything like that, this right here would be an amazing 1v1. I had a 1v1 recently with a clown where we were just going back and forth, and I don't know if I made it to the pallet, if I would have been able to throw it or not. It was very close, but either or, we had a great 1v1 just going back and forth. And the difference literally was the big goofy turnaround, because I was avoiding the big goofy turnaround, avoiding it, and then the one time he got me with the big goofy turnaround, which was the mistake I made, and this is why I talk about this being a great 1v1 tile, that was the one that I got hit on. The second he forced me into a big goofy turnaround, that was literally the difference between me making the pallet. Go to this one. No! Yes! No, big if you turn around. No! But if you combine all that stuff with the tight pathing and how tight you can actually path around this corner, and once again, you have to watch out for something like that because that pushes you around. So if the tighter pathing would be something like this, that would be still not the absolute tightest pathing in the world. But not only do you have something like that that you can work on over and over and over when it comes to pathing, but then you have an amazing 1v1 tile right here as well to deal with any other type of killer that you wouldn't be able to run that straight line down from there to there. Yay, she didn't throw it either. Good stuff. Hey, come here this way. Yay! Good shit. Damn it. Good use of the whippy. The whippersnapper. Damn it! Good use of the whip again. I want to do it again. He's a menace. Good shit. Does he get it up here? Yay! I don't know why I dodged it. No! Good shit. I tried to dodge nothing. Good stuff. I just want to loot the marketplace. They got unhooked, right? Yes! Oh, good shit. I usually do that. Yes! I could have thrown that there. Do it again. Yes! Is that 3 strikes? You're out of the old ball game? I can't remember. Read it that way. Yes! This is why I love the marketplace. This shit's hilarious. Chase me! Yay. You make it all the way around and go the other way. And then back this way. Got one scan. Yay. God damn it. Go that way. Yeah, it worked last time. Can you greet it? Yes! Oh, am I slower? Is she fast or something? She's fast, right? That's the problem. No, I'm not gonna make it again. No! Damn it. Yes! Shit. It's gonna come down to it. Can I make it all the way back around? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna play that here. See if we loop around this. Yes! That's all I wanted to see. If we make it all the way back around. I think my path thing's not gonna be tight enough. No, it's not. Yes! Yes! This is exactly what I wanted to fucking see. Go back this way. Ooh! Let's go! This is why you go back to the same tile over and over and practice. Woo! So overall, I personally think this is one of the best 1v1 tiles in the entire game, and I think Borgo is the best 1v1 map in the entire game.
What?
Yes! Yes! Like 2 go rounds? Yes! Gonna make it all the way around? No! Oh, nice, we didn't even get hit. That was lucky that we didn't get hit. I should have been hit there. Yes! Yes! Can we make it all the way up? Ugh. No! Good shit. And we got the car 1v1. Woo! That's all fair game. What? Can I make it up here? Yay! Let's try it again this way. Yes! Let me try it again. This is why you gotta live and learn and keep trying. Yes! I can throw through that. Yes! Holy shit. No! They didn't respect it. Oh god. Turn around this way. Run towards this one again. No! Yes! Yes! Can I make it to this one? Yes! I love this fucking tile! You guys see why I like this tile a lot? This shit's hilarious. I have it in my hand, bro. That fucking sucks. They already know my trick, though. Yay! Now we're gonna have to run up and then right back down. Yay! 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 Wanted to make it back to this one last time because now we can't be whipped again. Yes! Hit again. Oh, good shit. Damn it! I thought he jumped off. He had like a whole foot off the top. You can enjoy it and actually like have fun laughing at the movie. I want to see if I can get down to this. They didn't respect it all. Hey, we can run around this. Let's go. Oh, boo. I see how it is. You want a free scan? Isn't that so fun and isn't that so much fun